at right now. We got
different. So there's a lot of sound, there's a lot of noise.
Why is everybody in slow motion?
Without further ado, let's bring on Chris. Without further ado, let's bring on Lori. Hey guys, happy Friday.
Welcome.
Hope everybody got a lot of candy yesterday and hopefully made some kids happy with some candy for them as well. But I know I have gone through a lot of our leftovers already. So looking forward to the sale week, right?
Exactly. That's the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely ate a lot of the candy that the kids came together.
Yeah.
So, it's always good. Halloween's always fun.
Yeah. We're going to have a fun show today. We were checking in with your two plants. I just transplanted the mother for the Sea of Green grow that I'm doing. We'll have a lot more content surrounding that a little bit later. We're going to do it a little bit different where we actually put a little bit more production quality into that video instead of just showing it off live, because it is something that's new and kind of cool. And if we mess up, I don't want to do that live. So.
And they're longer videos too, so you guys would have to watch it for a long time.
Yeah, something that you could trim your buds to, or just enjoy some of your own supply and chill out and watch. So
that's right.
We'll be working on that. As you can see, I've got the link up right here. If you want to join us a little bit later, copy that into the StreamYard guest app. We'll be bringing on growers in the second half of the show like we always do. Following that, we'll have our weekly giveaway. Mad Dog was our winner last week. I'm going to send him some Bud Cups, but I do have to remind people that if you're international, we'll be just doing the gift card. We didn't mention that week, so I'm going to honor what we've said before and send Mad Dog some Bud Cups. But if you are outside North America, we can do a $25 gift card. If you're inside North America, we can ship you up to $25 worth of gear. So stick around for the giveaway. Hopefully some of you guys started Plants with H last week.
That's right.
And
we're going to do that as well today, and I'm looking forward to it. Doing an update on those seedlings so that we can see whether both of them sprouted or not, and which one would be doing better if that was the case. And I'm also looking forward to doing the tent updates. Actually, we're going to do the tent updates before we do the grow along. And if you guys have started a seed last week or took a clone, we'd love for you to come and join us during the live here just to show us that plant as well. That'll be awesome so that we can all grow along together.
Yeah, and we got a familiar guest who's
Norma G. Right on.
Norma G is back from a extended vacation. So
that's right.
Welcome back, Norma G. I know the time difference for you guys across the pond, as they say, is gets pretty wild. So we totally understand if people from outside North America are watching this after the fact. We appreciate you guys coming in to check out our show, no matter when it is. So I've got an update on my flower room. It's getting pretty stinky.
Oh, I bet. I bet the smell in there is probably unreal.
Yeah, it's a nice mix of 4 different strains that I've got there. So definitely have some that are close to harvest, some not so close to harvest. And yesterday wasn't just Halloween. It was the final day for the GGC submissions.
That's right.
So congrats to everybody who was in the competition. Even if you dropped out early, I hope you learned some things about the capabilities of these plants, and we've seen some massive plants that made it through. So next step is going to be grading all the final submissions to figure out our top 10. Every one of those top 10 are going to get some pretty awesome prizes from partner brands, and of course the top 3 on our podium will be getting $5,000, $1,500, and $500 respectively for first through third. So very exciting times.
There will be an update coming next week on just like next steps and what's going to be going to happen with the Global Grow Cup, in case you guys are curious as well.
Yeah, because there'll be a voting portion in December or late
November 22nd is when it starts. Yeah, you can always go to globalgrowcup.com. The dates are over there, but if you want to wait, we're going to be sending an update as well.
Yeah, very cool. So guys, get that link into your StreamYard apps if you have it ready to go already. I'll post it into the chat a little bit closer to the time when we're doing those, just so that I don't spam our accounts here. We're actually live on X again as well because we
sweet.
got our blue check mark. We upgraded our account, so hopefully we got some people watching from X, and we'll go from there, guys. So
Awesome.
let's check out my flower room.
Let's have a look.
See what's going on over there. Ooh. Hey guys, hope you are enjoying the live so far. Let's do a quick check-in here on my flower room behind me. As you can see, it's getting pretty close to harvest. It's technically lights out right now, so I got to keep this somewhat quickly. The White Widow chugging along there, but more importantly, the blueberry in that front corner and the LA in the back and this other blueberry back in this corner here are all starting to show some amber trichomes. So super excited. I'm going to monitor the trichomes over the weekend, and potentially we'll be harvesting 3 out of these 4 plants from seed. The clones back in the corner, putting on some serious weight, starting to fall over a little bit even. So I did get in underneath, trying to really support these branches by tying them to each other, and even tied it to the outside of this scrog frame with the trellis netting that I built. Again, very close to harvest here. This one will probably be one of the last, not seeing any amber on those buds quite yet, but the blueberries are looking good. The LA's looking good, although this one was a super short plant. As you've been seeing throughout these update videos, I have 3 risers for that LA in the back, whereas I only have 2 for the blueberries and 1 for this super tall White Widow strain. So that's all I got for you today. Maybe next week I'll have a few less plants in here, and we'll be starting to dry out some of the buds and update you guys on the dry weight of the yield, and show you really what these Athena nutrients can do. Alrighty. What do you think,
Those are
Gage?
looking nice, yeah. When did you imagine to grow way more wheat than myself when you first started coming here and seeing all of the plants that I grew?
You know, it's just like the changing of the tides, right? You know, the old is going on the way out and the new is coming in, and I'm sure that one day we'll have some junior team members that are passing the torch.
Just to be clear, I'm not on the way out. I'm on the way deep. Kurt,
you have a baby now.
I know I do.
And, you know, you do a lot of things at BudTrainer that aren't growing related. So, you know, you've taken a step back, and that's fine. But, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Leafs, right? They have Matthews, who's the young stud, the guy who's carrying the weight as far as goal scoring. Then you got John Tavares, who used to be that number 1 center, but he's now the second line center, playing more of a supportive leadership
Still first
role.
line center, guys. Just makes
your first power play, but second line 5-on-5 for those of you who know hockey.
Well, I gotta say, over time you just learn what you like, you know, and over time you simplify it down to kind of like a science. I'm sure you're not going to grow that corner anymore over there.
I'm sure what I'm not going to do is not trim my buds and just hang them around the house.
It
Personally,
works. One day you're going to start doing it, and you're going to be like, "Oh man, I said I wasn't going to do it. Good thing we don't do these lives anymore." You know,
yeah,
it's going to happen in the future one time.
No, anyways, like I'm happy with my growth, pun intended, growth as far as skill with cultivating, and then obviously the natural growth of the plants. And I don't know, it's fun to grow. I've hit the point where I'm enjoying the growing process more than the consumption process, right? Which that's something I would have never expected, right? So
totally.
I think my next step here is probably to do some more extraction stuff, play around with the post-harvest capabilities of the yield, right? So yeah, it's good times.
There's always more to explore.
There is. It's the deepest rabbit hole I've ever gone down,
it totally
and it's worth it. So it's one of those hobbies where you know, it does pay off if you learn how to do it efficiently, right? Like there's people who grow and it's strictly for hobby. They don't track like their expenses and all that stuff. But the goal for me when I first started really was to save a bit of money from going to dispensaries, and the benefits have been better than that, right? Like I just love knowing what goes into my yield when I harvested it, how fresh it is. So like I have some buds that have been curing for 12 months now. And I'm like, okay, like that stuff's coming to the end of its life. I better get through that quickly or do
Yeah, I
something
mean,
with it.
as you do it, you learn it. Like the simplicity is your best friend. Sometimes we get emails from growers, and the other day we got one, and the grower was using like, I don't know, 10 different products on their plant and asking what was wrong with it with a super high, ppm. So sometimes more is not like more is actually less in the terms of your yield, and less is more when to simplify it. Now just using one line of soil, one line of nutrients, Pro Mix and Athena makes everything super easy. Put a very good quality genetic in there. We love to use Seedsman, and then our products are there to do it all the way, right? So if you're growing indoors, you have AC Infinity as well. So when you kind of just put a few things together, not a lot of them, you get more than you need, and you don't have to spend all of that extra time mixing a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean, and having to take care. So now I've been growing one plant per tent instead of 4 plants per tent, or like 1 plant per 2x2 area, and it's actually easier. All it takes is an extra week in veg to develop those branches, and then switching it to flower. But there's 1 less or 3 less transplants to do. There's less soil to be going through. There's less drippers to be putting on, and one thing going wrong, sometimes when you grow multiple plants, they don't go equally. You have to raise one versus the other, and so on. So I'm looking forward to doing this. After your sea of green, maybe you should do the very opposite, which is to grow one very large plant in there.
Yeah. Well, luckily Scrogger's starting up the next season of Scrog next Thursday.
That's going to be exciting.
So I can tune into that one. I'm usually good at watching up until about flower, and then I've trailed off. So I'm excited to see that. And I think he's got something really cool planned for you guys this season. So tune into that every Thursday, and then you got BudTrainer Lives on Friday. And everything's dandy. So we got to check in with H's plants, the 2 seeds that he popped last week, and then we'll invite some of you guys on. So I'm going to get the invite.
Actually, we're going to do the tent update first.
Yeah.
Right? And show the...
You do show those in the tent update, though.
But but then we'll go live, and I'll pull them out live after that. Yeah.
So before I do that, guys, I've just put the StreamYard guest link into the actual chat, so it's easier to copy and paste for you. Please do come into the studio. First come, first serve. Probably try to bring in 4 or 5 growers. I see Mike's in the chat, so hopefully he wants to come in and show off what he's doing. Mad Dog, I've seen some stuff here that you may have been in the hospital recently, so hopefully you're feeling okay. So everybody send your well wishes over to Mad Dog, and hopefully he gets better soon. I'm also going through a little bit of an infection right now too with my leg. I'm limping like H was last year. So
the BudTrainer people just limp.
Yeah, it's just a bad luck week. But we're into November, guys. So all right, let me pull this up, and we'll see what's going on with H's tents.
Starting my update down here today with those 2 little seeds that I started last week that we're going to do the grow along with today. And here we have the 1 plant that Kurt started for his mother that didn't really win. We actually ended up transplanting another one, which is in the 2x2 tent here. Now, this is the mother that is going to give off 16 clones for Kurt to flower in a sea of green style at his place. So we just transplanted her here. I still have to turn on this equipment properly because not everything is on right now. And then we have the 2x4 tent over here, which is with our AK Do-si-do, Alaskan Do-si-dos. Trained it with the trellis net, switched it to flower during week 7 of veg, and we covered this entire 2x4 space over here. So I love how these colas grew to just under a foot over the trellis net, and they're just spread all over here. This is what we're looking for because we're going to get some big buds out of them. The light here has a perfect space. We got this fan making sure to keep everything cool here, and we have a fan underneath making sure to circulate that air so that we get that exchange of CO2 and oxygen and give them a chance to do more photosynthesis.
I'm starting to smell it already too.
Yeah, it is starting to smell already. I did a defoliation on it at last weekend, so it's been a week already since the defol. Now it's nice and clear at the bottom, and it's got a lot of volume, and the leaves are just perfect with the Athena blended line that I'm using right now. So they're on week 4 of the flowering stage. And then we have the 3x3 here, which is almost done already. These buds are looking stacked. They are very large. Got maybe another week or 2 to go on them. And then I'm going to start checking the trichomes. But overall, I'm very happy with the results. The plant started drinking a little bit less water already because I've been feeding it the same amount, but I'm starting to get more runoff now. So I'm going to slow down on the nutrients a little bit and then start getting into the fade part of the process. We're very much looking forward to this harvest here, hoping to get a good 6 to 8 ounces of bud. Let's see if I can get there. That's about it for my 10 updates today, guys. I'll see you back for our grow along.
All right, and here we are. Oh, I think the camera's a little bit low. We can't quite see them, but
Move that down for you.
Go. And then we have the screen. So I don't know how to
just hold it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I just thought we could. So what we have here, guys, is Bubba Cheesecake 1 and Bubba Cheesecake 2 here. They are pretty much the same size, but I would say that Bubba Cheesecake 2 is a little bit shorter, like stockier, and has bigger leaves, the one on the yellow cup here. But all in all, they both sprouted. I planted 2 just to make sure that one would survive because I'm only going to be putting 1 in the tent. And what we're going to do is we're going to let them grow until it's time to transplant, which might very well be next week because the one that Kurt started the week before was ready for transplant exactly 15 days after.
Crazy how fast that was.
Yeah, well, I can get the other one that is still in here to show you guys what we got after 15 days. So this is Kurt's is the one he didn't choose to transplant because the other one had bigger leaves than this one here, but 2 weeks of growth, and it's looking great. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them grow so fast like this using the Athena line with the Pro Mix. They have a lot of aeration. They have those nutrients that they need in there. And in the AC Infinity dome, which has a very powerful but not super hot light on the top with that heater on the bottom, everything is just working very, very well here, especially in the bud cups. So we already got plenty of roots going around in these such that Kurt transplanted on the second week. So just now, and these were planted directly in the soil too. I know that a lot of people like to use the paper towel method. I feel like it wastes a few days, not only that, but it also risks breaking the stem. Right?
I've totally forgot them in paper towels before too. Like left them for like 10 days. I come back and they've got like these crazy things, but it's like not really worth planting at that point.
No, that's right. But yeah, no, very happy with the results here. And we'd love to see your guys' plants as well. If you have ones you just started, and if not, we'd love to see the ones that you guys have growing already. I'm going to put these ones back. This one here getting a little light, going to need a watering tomorrow maybe, but these ones that we planted last week, because we put enough water in them to soak the soil, there's still enough here to go for another week. That's what I typically like to do, 1 watering for 2 weeks.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys started some seeds. I think Barb started some. She popped in earlier, but I think she had to go. So hopefully we'll get an update from her. But the whole point of this was to walk people through the BudTrainer method, see you guys at home going through the BudTrainer method and really testing it for us a little bit, while also getting some advice from H on how he's been able to grow such beautiful plants. And, we think that the BudTrainer method's a nice mix between, a lower stress training method and something higher stress like a full manifold or a mainline, so that you're able to get the benefits of training, topping, and LST without the stunting that typically comes with like a manifold or a mainline. I chose to do a mainline with my GGC plant because we had such a long veg period that it could deal with those 3 or 4 day kind of slow growth after those toppings. Like you get to 16 tops, that's 4 toppings. And like it's been topped 4 times, the plant's like, oh, here we go again, right? So it's definitely going to take a few days to recover. But we got a couple people in the background. We got Michael and Mike from 420 Things. Michael did our transplant live couple weeks ago now. So he's going to give us an update
Looking
on that.
forward to that. Yeah,
I like he's rocking the yellow shirt too. So I think he's ready to go. I got a thumbs up. So let's bring on Michael and do our tent show off portion of the show.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome back, man.
Thanks for having me, man. You know, I'm rocking my shirt.
Love it.
Looking good.
How are you doing?
Doing real good, real good. Was able to get these babies. Remember, we transplanted them on the last, I think that was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they are doing very, very well. Let me see if I can get this thing turned around here.
Yeah, let's check them out. I know you had 2 in one pot, right? Are those doing well as well?
Yeah, I have 2 in one pot. The 2 is strawberry cough and skunk berry. And then I have the 1, which I'm actually going to enter it into the American Autoflower Cup.
Nice.
It's, green crack. So let me, you know what? Let me just turn my camera around here.
Sure.
Can you see?
Yeah.
If you can go a bit more to the right, it would be good. Yeah, there you go. Looking great. And a bit further down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, there we go. We can see the one on the left now. The one on the left is right in the center of the screen here. Oh, yeah, they're looking good. Oh, you got some clips going?
Yeah, a little bit of glitch. Sorry about that.
It looks like the one plant where you have the 2 there, the one is much smaller than the other one with less branches. Is that right?
Are you talking about this one here?
Yeah, the little one there on the right.
Oh,
You're going to put
right.
the camera down a little bit. Yeah, so what is it? The
Strawberry cough.
I think. The one on the right spot that
You should have an option to flip the camera to the front-facing camera. I think it might be a bit easier.
Let's see. Cam.
Gotta love technology. Got all these extra capabilities, but you gotta learn all these different buttons and tools.
Oh, there we go. And then it's back triple, right?
There
you go. Very good.
Awesome. All right, now let me get my hand out of the way.
Yeah.
Is that better?
There we go. Yeah.
Much better. Much better.
So
So the bottom
right.
right, not that one, but that one there. That's a bit smaller than the other one you planted in the same pot, correct?
Yeah, so this one right here, there's another one planted in there, but it took it over.
Where is it? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
I thought that was just a lower branch. Yeah.
No, it completely took it over. It's just a little stump now, so it's just eating away at that, I guess. I don't know, but man, this autoflower has really taken off. And this was the first one I grew when I first got into it, about almost 3 years ago now, green crack. So I said, why not grow it again for the cup? And I'm doing a little experiment here, guys. Remember I told you this particular one has the 70-30 mix. Of course, I put some worm castings, but mostly all I did was put worm castings, and then everything else was just what came. So I used the blue dots. So this is the first time I'm growing it without actually putting nutrients in it. I'm just watering it with pH water. That's it. And this thing is taking off.
Looks like you topped it as well.
Yeah, I topped it once already. I'm thinking about bending her over again, but I just want to wait until those bottom stalks get a little longer.
Yeah. You could probably throw like 2 clips on the top 2 shoots there and do the main line split.
That's right. Yeah.
Because then it'll bring your canopy level a bit closer to the lower branches.
You're right, to the lower branches.
Yeah, you want to try and keep them as even as possible throughout. So I'll usually, when I add clips, I'll just do two branches at a time sometimes to let the other ones catch up. But you really want to try and get those top ones to the side right away.
Okay, so right when we get off, I'm going to do that with,
Right on.
of course, the butt clips.
Yeah, no, but everything is looking great, though.
Yeah, if you notice the one on the back, was that skunkberry?
Yeah.
That thing is look at this.
Yeah. No, she's
And
doing good.
I got clips on each side just to get some light in there, and it's actually turned out really, really good. So
Awesome. No, love it. Thanks for sharing those with us, Michael. Appreciate your coming on
and doing the live transplant. Again, I can't stress how much stress that can be sometimes. Even Ace just planting seeds. I remember we were planting outside the one time, and he got his seed stuck in the container.
That's right. It wouldn't come off, and
yeah. Oh, we lost him.
Lost you.
Anyways,
But,
that was
thanks for
perfect
coming.
update. Anyways, and looks like we got 420 things up next, and then Chris Moe after that. So I'm seeing a bit of movement back and forth. He was making fun of my Leafs, so I do hope that he's prepared for some abuse and some heavy critiquing because that's what he's in for from me. Because it's our year for the Leafs, guys. It's absolutely our year. All right, Mike. Welcome to the show.
It's our year!
This guy's like an Ottawa Senators fan. They haven't seen playoffs in a decade. So.
Well, it's your year? Okay, I'll believe it when I see it. I've been hearing that forever.
I mean, I've been saying it forever, so fair enough. But.
So the stretch has definitely stopped.
Oh, wow.
And the buds are really starting to fatten up for sure.
Right on. Oh yeah. Very nice.
And this is like, so with the FloraFlex nutrients, it switches from their bulky B to their full tilt, and it's this week, next week, and then a week of flush. So it'll probably start getting extremely thick and fat. So
Nice.
it's
Are
so
they,
weird.
Foxtailing at the top? Are they getting foxtails at the top?
No, I don't think they are. But listen, it's hard to tell from this angle. I've never really done a grow where I'm from this. Like, I mean, man, I'm so far. It's so hard to tell. You know what I mean? It's like I can't.
You can't even tell which plant is which when it gets to the top anymore.
So it's hard for me to see. You know what I mean? So it's like this strain last time I grew it, and this is the HD TV unreleased from Copycat, and I grew it and I look back because it was in the far back of my tent, so I really didn't know much about it. And I look back and it was like the biggest, tallest, most plant in there. So I'm not surprised now looking back at that. I wish I would have paid more attention, but it washed really well and helped my back, so I made it into rosin, and then I'm like, okay, got to do it again. So next time it'll definitely be a try to not have its veg so long, for sure.
Yeah, lesson learned. How do you think the lights in the middle are doing?
I mean, the buds are, there's some buds here, and like, listen, if I go from this spot right here to where the light is, it's getting zero light from up there. And there's some decent buds in here, man. Like, it's hard to, like, I got a decent sized hand. Like, they're running decent. So I'm because it's just something I had extra laying around. I don't know if I would buy it just for this, but because I had it laying around, I did it. But now, maybe I should do it next time. If I run this strain again in 2 or 3 more runs, maybe do only 1 or 2 and then leave that half and see what it does. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I'm just shooting by the seat of my pants here. Like, I don't know what's going on. So,
and it's not hurting your temperature, eh?
No. This, like, these lights, man, I only have it on 30%.
Oh, okay. They're cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're decent. Like, they're super light, and the way that it runs, like, it's a big old thing. So, again, it's barely running. So, again, but it does throw a lot of light. So,
no, that's what matters.
Are you seeing like any fan leaves like flip upside down?
No.
Try and face the light?
No, I haven't seen that. I was wondering about that, but no, it doesn't really. Because then I was like, oh, maybe I'll hang it from this. Well, I'll put it on this one going down, and maybe I'd get better results too, right? So,
yeah.
But there's so much thickness of jungle up here. And again, I'm going to have to throw out quite a bit of top buds that are like touching the light. And
yeah,
Like it's just I wish I was able to get up there and like so I still haven't even messed with that stuff up there. Like it's still
look at that.
So would you say that you just like got way more stretch than you expected, and you think that's just from doing the sea of green because they were, individual plants and?
I think I think this cultivar specifically, I looked at it. It was the tallest plant in my last tent run when I had 2 different cultivars and 6 different phenos. So it's just a tall one, right? Copycat genetics, some of it stretches like 300%, and some of it does it like half of that. So, and that's I can show you here in this other one on the side. Wait for this to catch back up here, but these ones. I had originally in veg, I put them on the risers just to try to get them to the same height. If I would have known these ones were going to stretch that much, I wouldn't have done it. But it's a lot more manageable, right? Like it's at a height that's not touching the light.
Right.
These 3 phenos. So
Potentially try to pull those risers out now. No.
well, I probably could, but I'm like I don't even want to mess with the.
Gotcha.
But like, and I'm looking at some of this stuff in here, and I usually separate my lowers and wash them separately. But like this stuff, man, like this, it's a lower, but it's producing, and like it's so far from the light, and it's even outside the light footprint, right? Like this is a 5x5, so this stuff is right up against the wall. Is it getting some of that light? Not really. So again, I'm optimistic that it'll still be a decent run for a first time cocoa user and these type of setup.
And you're gonna wash everything, right? So
Yeah.
Use all blood from top and bottom. Like it's not gonna matter so much.
Yeah, and like I said, I usually keep them separate, but I was listening to a guy that said, you know what, I mixed them in just to get that sort of full spectrum kind of change. Yeah, they'll be a little bit different down here and maybe not as fully developed, so you get a little bit of a different, effect from it. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. You know what I mean? Why not mix it in? So I may try that this time.
Very cool, man. It's looking good. I'm excited. Excited for our little SOG. I think you're gonna run another one with me in about a month or so, right?
I'm looking at what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to do from seed. Yeah, I'm going to try it. And it all depends on it. Like I know you guys, Vegas, MJ BizCon's coming up, so I got to sort of plan that into effect and not having too much going on here for somebody else to have to deal with while I'm gone because I'm going for the full week, me and the wife. So I'll have to get somebody in here to look at it. So I'm still debating, but yeah, pretty close to that. If not, as soon as I get back from Vegas.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, man. MJ BizCon is going to be sweet. If you guys are going to be going to MJ BizCon in the chat here, please do let us know because we'd love to meet you guys in person.
That's right.
So
we'd love to.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get some pictures with some people and hang out for a little bit while we're in one of my favorite places to visit. I'm a bit of a poker player. Yeah. Mike is also a bit of a poker player. So no, not professional, not like these sharks down in Vegas, but luck can change anything, so we'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
That's right.
Somebody's got to get cards of cards, right? If you get pocket aces, they're going to win a good chunk of the time. So
hard to beat the best hand, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You are so.
It's not hard to beat the Leafs, though.
Okay. Well, thanks, Mike. You have a great weekend, buddy. Maybe I'll see you on video games. We'll see you later.
Mike. Have a good one.
Oh man. Okay, that was a nice little last-minute shot by him. He's a comedian too. So. Yeah, guys, seriously, though, if you're going to MJ BizCon, we're going to be there on the Tuesday through about the Friday.
We're super pumped.
Yeah.
Would love to see you guys there.
Yeah.
If you're around.
Some cool dispensaries there, too. I know they've got some restrictive rules on where you can consume, but at least you can get your hands on some stuff. And we're going to bring on Chris Moe next. If you give me a little bit of movement on your camera, Chris, I'll know that you're ready to come on. Yeah, okay, got the thumbs up. And Chris, welcome to the show. You're muted. We need you to hit the unmute if you don't mind.
Looks like you're muted there.
There we go. I got it unmuted.
Perfect.
Hey guys, I just gotta show my face before I show the plans. I'm switching the camera around right now.
Awesome.
So here we go.
Sweet. Yeah. Tilt it sideways. I think you'll be able to.
Is that better?
full view. One sec.
It's not
Normally it
tilting.
changes. Okay, maybe tilt it back. It's
Yeah.
okay. You've got a big enough screen there that we can see everything. Wow, those are fat.
Wow. Yeah.
Fat colas.
Yeah, this is my blueberry pancakes. This one's definitely doing the best out of the three. And this is the banana sundae from Atlas Seeds. And then back here is Dark Horse's Bruce Banner crossed with blueberry. I'm going to be probably harvesting on Tuesday.
Nice. I love blueberry, man. Those crosses sound delicious to me.
Yeah, and I got your guys' full kit. I got the whatever these things are called. I got clips. You can see that those clips are effective. Like I've had the clips off for a while, but you can see that it put the L's in them.
Oh yeah, once the shape's made, it's pretty set. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love those.
Yeah, no, appreciate you supporting us with that purchase. You're clearly doing a great job with them, right? It's not just about getting the right gear; it's about how you use it. So well done.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thanks for popping on. And yeah, if you want to give us maybe a post harvest update in a couple weeks once you've dried and trimmed it.
Yeah, we'll do.
Love to know what you got from this tent here.
Yeah, it's looking beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for sharing those with us.
Love you guys. Thanks.
All right,
Cheers.
man. Cheers,
Have a
Chris.
great
Have a great weekend. Yeah, lots of love to everybody who comes on the show. That's all we have for guests right now. So
That's right.
Unless somebody wants to join us, we will probably head on to the giveaway portion of this. I'm going to throw the link back on the screen. Again, that's the StreamYard Guest app that you can download onto your phone. Make sure you got a good connection and you have a decent mic so that we can hear each other. And
don't have to download the app though. You can use that.
Yeah,
on the browser,
I think
right?
the app is a much
better.
easier experience for you. But yeah, you can just I think you can just throw that link into your browser as well. But Spanish Ray is going to hop on for us too.
Sweet.
Well, while we get Spanish Ray set up, let's get the comment collection going. Do you have a preference for code words today? Maybe Poppy?
Poppy. Yeah, let's do Poppy.
We're wearing our poppies today. I saw some people aren't quite familiar with the tradition in the chat here, guys, but it is for Remembrance Day, which is coming up on November 11th. So we wear poppies here in Canada just to show some respect to, our veterans, those who are still around, those who passed away, fighting for what they believe is right, whether you agree with wars or not. The people who fought in them did so to protect us. So that's why we're wearing those today. So do hashtag Poppy and you'll be entered into our giveaway. That's a $25 gift card for BudTrainer.com. Internationally, you can get that. If you're in North America, we'll either send you the gift card or $25 worth of gear. So yeah, awesome. Let's do hashtag Poppy. And we got Spanish Stray here. So let's welcome him back. He's here 2 weeks in a row now.
Hello, hello.
Going on, guys? How's everything?
Those are fat.
Those are massive.
These are the papaya cookies by Fast Buds 420.
Right on.
Looking very good.
They're getting so good. Oh my god, they smell like straight candy.
Nah, nice.
How was trim jail last weekend? You guys get through it okay?
Got most of it done. Just got a little bit left.
It never ends.
How long do you typically cure your buds for after you trim it?
I dry them for 12 days and then I cure for like 2 weeks. Sometimes I can't even cure because they go so quick.
That's fair. I think H has been known to shorten the curing.
I used to cure them for the longest, and now it's the shortest amount of time.
Yeah. I respect anybody who can do a 6-month cure, but that's not me unless I'm getting sick of the taste of the weeds.
I'll be on the next grow by then. It'll be completely gone.
That's the spirit.
No, man, those are looking great. Are you doing any new runs anytime soon after this one?
What'd you say? I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Are you starting up another run for when these are finished? Since they're close to the...
I already got some germinated last week, so I got some little seedlings already.
Nice.
These are the One World, One Plant by In-House Genetics.
Right on. Beautiful.
These
are they all kind of going to be
not-
done at the same time?
These are photos, but I made like I flipped them only like with 3-4 weeks into veg, so they came out so little. I purposely did that, but I didn't think they were gonna come out this small either. Like that's an auto and this is a photo, and they're like the same size.
So what light cycle are you running then if you have photos and autos in the same tent here?
Same thing.
12-12?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That auto's
Yeah,
doing really good for only having 12 hours of light.
This right here is also one row, one plant. These are Casey's. Look at hers. Hers is so much better than mine.
Nah. Yeah, they're stacked. Those strikes on the buds are looking great.
Yeah. Look at
Right
that,
on.
compared to this completely different. They're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing that with my 2 blueberries in my flower tent. Like the color of like the pistils is way different. The size and shape of the buds way different, but they're both blueberries. So it is wild how much a strain can vary from seed to seed.
Yeah, but I can't wait for all 3 of these right here smell so good and fruity. Like I literally cannot wait.
Yeah. No, exciting times. Looks like it will be a week or 2 and you're going to be good to go.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly what I got left. About a week or 2 left on them.
Right on.
Very cool, man. Well, thanks for popping in. Have a great weekend, and come back in anytime.
Appreciate you, man. Have a great weekend. Thanks for showing up.
Very cool, man. I appreciate everybody coming on again. It's like that first day at school and everybody's like putting their hand up and introducing yourself the first time around, but once you come on a few times, I think it gets easier and easier.
That's right, guys. And for those of you who are new and you come here between 4 and 5, we do these video shares just like we did with Spanish Dre here. I love to see people's plants, their updates, whether your plants look good or if they don't. We are always here to help as well, diagnose issues, nutrient deficiencies, pests, anything like that, right? So there's never judgment here, only good vibes.
We've got a comment here from Hobbit, who also has run autos on a 12-12. Have you experimented with that? I know we normally run our autos for 18 hours. I've never actually run autos personally.
Yeah, it will definitely work just like a photo period. The thing about autos is because they auto flower with 18 hours, when you do 18 hours, you get an extra 6 hours of light, which is a lot of energy. So they do tend to grow bigger. That's one of the advantages of autos, you could say, is that while they flower very quickly, they get 18 hours of light or even more. You can, like some people do the whole day, which is not great for root development, but you could push 20 hours and it will be good because you're getting all those extra hours during the flowering stage, which sometimes lasts 8 to 12 weeks, right? However, with the photo periods, that 12-12, sometimes you can push 13-11 to get a little bit more light, but overall, you're not going to get as much light exposure during the flowering cycle.
Yeah, awesome. Hobbit says they still turned out great for him. All right, guys, we got 43 out of 63 total viewers here in the draw. Oh, look, we got a breakdown. We have 10 from X. We have 50 on YouTube, only 2 on Facebook, despite that being the most followers we have on Facebook. So
that's right. Well, maybe if folks are coming from Facebook onto YouTube, or maybe Facebook is just not displaying that live as prominent as YouTube does. But love to support, guys. Whatever platform you're on, doesn't matter. What matters is that you're here.
Well, it does kind of matter. If you're on Instagram, you're not going to be counted into this draw.
That's
so come over to YouTube, Facebook. I hope X works.
Actually, if you guys are on X, I do.
Yeah, we're not seeing the comments pop up here in our little dashboard. So
from X, if you're on X, and you want to be part of the giveaway, we'll give you a couple more minutes to come to YouTube. Just search BudTrainer, and you're going to see us there, and just do the hashtag poppy on the video.
So we'll stall for a little bit here for those people. What do you got going on this weekend, H? I might be harvesting a couple of those plants, I think. So
very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of a cleanup. I have been, so even though I have these bigger tanks for each of my tents, when I used to have 4 plants, I used to use a tank every week or 2, and I had to fill it up again, 13 gallons. But now with 1 plant per tent, And with, Athena's line changing every week, I like to just fill it to maybe 15, 20 liters, which is what, 5 gallons, just a little bit over that. And that is enough for me to go through the week. And then I fill it up again and I mix it again. So I've been doing that every week. The plants are liking it because now they're getting exactly what they need. Whereas before I've done it where I'd mix a tank and then 3 weeks later, still in the same tank and the nutrients didn't move on, right? So during veg, that's fine. But during flower, it's better to change. So I'm going to fill them up, take care of those. Your mother plant here as well. Got to set up this 2x2 tent, make sure that it's all ready to go now that we transplanted it. And pretty chill weekend. Yeah, pretty chill weekend. Not much. Just hanging out with the fam.
Very good. Yeah, I don't have that problem. My reservoir has been emptying every 3 days.
Oh my goodness.
Because of the way my plants have been growing. That white widow, like I said, it was popping roots out above the cocoa.
Right. Yeah, they come
because
out.
they were just it was drinking so much.
You need one of those big 200-gallon barrels. You know what I mean? Big bullets.
Or just not grow 7 plants when I only really had room for 4.
That's
because
right. Yeah.
as you saw from my update video earlier in the live, that a couple branches hanging down and I can't get to them very easily.
Right.
I walked through, squeezed my way in just to tie them up, and then my pants are covered in trichomes pretty much. So anyways, guys, I think that's enough time to give those people over on X a chance to get into the draw. So hashtag Poppy this week for those who haven't done it quite yet. Anthony Rafferty just popped in, put in hashtag Poppy real quick if you'd like. Past winner, so maybe he'll let somebody else win this week. But anyways, 3, 2, 1, we have a draw. And
who's going to be the winner?
Who is going to be our winner? Michael Fine. Michael Fine.
Congrats,
okay,
Michael.
Well, congrats, Michael. If you're a North American resident, you can email hello@BudTrainer with up to $25 worth of gear that you'd like shipped out to you. If you don't know what you want yet, or you maybe want to give it as a gift, we can give you a gift card for that. If you're outside of North America, just the gift card is the option for you. But congrats to Michael Fine. You'll need to email hello@BudTrainer and give us a screenshot showing that you're the owner of the account. But other than that, guys, it's a little bit earlier today than we normally finish up, but it is what it is. Yeah,
it's a great loaded one.
Yeah.
Love you guys showing up, guys, sharing this moment with us. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. We're going to be here next week and look forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah. Good luck to the GGC participants. You'll find out who the winner is.
Me and Kurt are going to be busy going through all of the entries.
Yes, we will. All right. Have a great weekend, guys.